ready to leave Greymouth this morning. Ooh, it's a very overcast day and there's a lot of mist around, low-lying cloud or rain, not too sure. Anyway, it's not that cold, it's actually quite mild, but the mountains are in fog by the looks of things. Yep, and we're going right through them. Well, we're heading south first along the coast and then we're cutting into them. So we'll see. Anyway, it's been a great stay here. Good room, comfortable and pleasant surrounds. Had a really good night's sleep. I was dead tired. Just, I'm tired at the end of each day. I'm just really fatigued. But anyway, away we go. We're going to drop the key into the office and we're out of here. So it's blue sky out there out to the ocean, but overcast inland. Anyway, here we go. Well, this is peak hour traffic in Greymouth on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. So kids are in school, but people are still moving out and about, going to work. There's a bit of traffic here. Synergy mobile. Oh, it's going to be very expensive. 95 is $3. That's all right. Great Alpine Way. Cloudy, foggy. Unless the road meanders in the valley. I'm not too sure what it does. Well, I've stopped at Kumara to put on my wet weather pants. It's going to be wet and drizzly and moist for a long time to come. So we'll just take it easy. I just spoke to a lady walking her dog and said that there's no fuel for about 200 kilometers along here. So no fuel until Springfield, she said. I don't know how far away that is, but we'll get there. The countryside is spectacular, even though it's overcast, cloudy. But look at the mist hanging over the mountains. It's just magic. There is rain, but it's just too beautiful to miss. What an experience. Wow. And oh, is that a mosquito? Ah, sandflies. Kidding. Already. Got me in the head. Okay, we're coming into Arthur's Pass National Park. It's incredible. It's been raining, it's overcast, and we're in a valley surrounded by huge mountains, and it's just fantastic. I'm loving it. It's wet, it is what it is. But the countryside is just spectacular. Traffic, unfortunately. It's just a fine drizzle at the moment. Wow, that is really steep. This is Arthur's Pass. Those trucks are going down in first gear. Don't feed the Kia. Feeding Kia disrupts their natural behaviour. I was just reminded by a couple of gentlemen about the Kia that they love to munch on rubbery things, including motorcycle jackets, motorcycle seats, anything that's rubber on a vehicle, they will attack. I remember Gordon telling me about that, so I've got to keep an eye out for the Kia. I haven't seen any here. None has come out to have a munch on the bike, but anyway, I've got to keep an eye out for the Kia bird. We've pulled into Arthur's Pass township. There's a bit of a cafe. I'm going to have something to eat here, I think. Oh geez, it must get cold in the winter time here though. Love them. I'd love to spend a couple of weeks here in the winter time. Arthur Pass store. Oh, there's another Alpine parrot. Okay, let's leave Arthur's Pass village. We're heading that way. Well, I decided to go off road for a little into this valley. There's a bit of an entrance. Other cars have been in here. There's tracks going all over the place. So I thought I'd just wander in, and not too far. Oporia, a Maori food gathering place. Each year, groups of Canterbury Maori camped here on the shores of the lake. This was one of many places where they gathered seasonal resources to supplement winter food supplies and to trade with other groups. I think we're roughly about halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way to Christchurch. I've been stopping too often. It's just too beautiful a country to ignore. Castle Hill Kura Tawahiti. You're standing where sharks swam. If you were standing here 30 billion years ago, you would have been underwater. The limestone outcrops around you were formed by shells that accumulated on the seafloor and were then compressed over many years, until the collision of tectonic plates pushed these mountain ranges up and exposed the limestone rock. Over time, rain, wind and groundwater eroded the rock, leaving the landscape littered with these boulders and the odd shark tooth. If you were standing here 700 years ago, you may have witnessed a battle between two giants and now extinct birds. The first iwi tribes to hunt moa in this area also had to contend with the threat from the haast eagle, the largest eagle known to have existed. Fully grown, it weighed up to 15 kilos with a wingspan of up to 3 meters and had talons that could pierce the skin of a moa and sever its spinal column. When moa numbers began to decline, Pouakai also targeted humans as prey, attacking and killing both children and adults. The restrictions are moved aside and the pathway is clear to return to your activities unified and blessed. Rain again. I've put on wet weather gear, taken the mod off the camera and we're ready to go into that. Alright, let's go. Coming into Christchurch, nearing the hotel. We're heading forward towards the airport. We're out of the mountains and onto the plains, so to speak. Okay, this is the road that goes to the airport. Airport's there. We're not too far from the airport.